Hello Taurus, my name's Jason. This is your general tarot reading for March 2019. It's a general reading, so it could be about love, career, any questions at the forefront of your mind. You'll know in the first minute or so, I would say, if this is resonating for you. If it is, or if it isn't, please check out my readings for your rising and moon signs also. I find quite often they resonate much more strongly than those for my sun sign, and so do many others. Okay, but for now, Taurus, you go into the month of March with the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so it looks like you've just had a change of luck, or you're having one right now and you've seen it, and it could be changing the whole way you see a person or a relationship, a job, and it's just feeling pretty good. There's some forward movement finally in your life, in the way you're relating to the world. Perhaps you've even seen a change in yourself, and a lot of this might be about some reading that you've done or some research that you've done, some information you've come across. If you have a look at these creatures around this wheel, they're all studying, reading books. So I'm feeling that you've learned something perhaps from your studies that's really impacting your life and given you a really strong feeling of making progress, and you're seeing that your life is much more abundant perhaps than you have previously. So what a great feeling to have. What's crossing you? You have the Seven of Swords. Okay, so the Seven of Swords is a card which indicates there could be some deception around you, could be some dishonest people around you. It's also a card that says perhaps you're not taking full responsibility for your own decisions. Okay, we'll clarify that a little bit later on, but it looks like there may be some dishonesty around you, so you might just be wanting to lock your doors, perhaps protect your passwords and your online documents, things like that, I'm feeling. Okay, your conscious goal. You have the Tower card. Okay, so you want something to fall down. You want the old way to go. With this new learning you have, you realize that old you, that old relationship, that old job, it's not serving you anymore, and you want to bring that down. That's there's a new sense of bravery you're feeling about your life and the way it's moving, and you're feeling that the way to do this, to have this change for yourself, is to absolutely smash down whatever part of this isn't working. I can't figure out what part it is yet. We'll just have a look at that as we go through the reading, see what comes out. Your unknown influence. Okay, so the unknown influence gives us the Moon card, which is all about the unknown. It also is about a sense of growth. If you have a look here, you see this crab coming out of the deep, dark depths of water, and it wants to get up onto that path and move through into that enlightenment further up there. Now, to do so, it needs to get past those beasts. I'm feeling, they almost look demonic, those beasts. So perhaps there's some demons you need to defeat within you, which are going to allow you this personal growth that you so desperately want. If it's not that, then perhaps it's about literally moving on from a job, a relationship, to find out what's coming. And you're quite curious about what's coming. So I'm not feeling much fear here for you, Taurus. It's like you're really looking forward to whatever changes are coming for you. Now, in your recent past, you have the Four of Wands. Okay, so the Four of Wands talks about a happy home and talks about financial security. So perhaps you've reached a level now where you're feeling safe and secure, and you're making your decisions not based on fear, but based on how to improve yourself. So rather than escaping something, you're looking at moving forward towards something. And so it's that mindset which is allowing you to feel pretty good and pretty optimistic about things. And if you're not feeling optimistic, I'm feeling, well, you probably should be. Okay, in your approaching influence, you have this Six of Swords. So yes, it looks like you will be moving away from something, moving away from a job or a relationship. We'll clarify, see if we can narrow down what this might be. But yes, so it looks like you've got the courage now to move on. So sometime this March, you'll be deciding that enough's enough and you want to see what's on the other side there. And again, you're doing it not to escape something, you're doing it to move forward, which is the right way I'm thinking to approach things. Okay, so this is your talents and skills that you're bringing right now, and you have this Devil card. Okay, so perhaps there has been a codependence you've had to something or someone, and you want to break those chains. I'm feeling now that you're just about out of there, so you are feeling a little bit trapped and chained, but it's a self-imposed entrapment. If you see these chains around these people below the Devil at his feet there, those chains are around their neck, but they're only loose. They can pull those chains off anytime they want and just walk away. Sometimes that's easier said than done, of course, and so that might be what's happening here. Is either you're feeling bound, perhaps you need the money you might need the money or the financial security that the current situation offers you, and that might be the dilemma you're having at the moment. Okay, and so you're really trying to bring this Tower moment in to move on from that. Maybe even like I'm feeling just you really just want to take that out of the equation. So if you had no money worries at all, what would you want to be doing? Okay, and we know that security is very important to you, especially as an Earth sign, Taurus. And so perhaps that's one of the barriers there, this codependence on this stability, this financial stability that you have. Okay, your environment, the way you see the world, the way the world sees you, and your place in it. You have the Eight of Wands. So I'm feeling there's a lot of communication backwards and forwards at the moment. Could be some online stuff going on. Perhaps you've met someone online and that's giving you a sense of hope or a sense of bravery to be able to move forward. I would just be thinking that you might be like addicted to this person, to the idea of this person, and you might be moving towards something but I'm just getting a sense of addiction here or a sense of toxicity, but at least you're moving on, and maybe you were feeling a bit stagnant where you were, safe and secure, and you've got this new exciting person or this exciting venture which you might be moving towards. And it might not be. Things are changing for you, definitely, and you're feeling pretty good about things. I would be just asking myself what kind of reasons you're doing this for. Okay, whatever this moving away and pulling this thing down that you're pulling down, what are your motivations for it? Okay. Your hopes and fears. Okay, you want a new start. Okay, this is the Ace of Swords. You want clarity. So again, we're talking about you just want a new start to sort of freshen things up in your life, a clear cut with the past. So you want to cut the past out and start something new with this nice sharp sword here. The swords talk about clarity. The Ace of Swords talks about a clear new start. It's like you can see the finish line. No hidden obstacles there, and that's what you're looking for, okay? And you're really hoping that moving on is going to give you that clarity of thought and a new opportunity. And in the outcome, you have the Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles talks about more work to do. It talks about perhaps learning new skills. So perhaps you're changing university courses, or you're changing jobs, or a job within a job, if you like, to move on to something else. Perhaps you've been a bit bored with one job and you want to move to another one, and you know that it's going to take some work, to some new upskilling, so you might have to go and do a new course in something, or get yourself a certain license or an award which will qualify you to take you to the next level. That's what I'm feeling there. So anyway, we'll clarify what we feel we need to clarify here, and see where these cards take us, Taurus. So there's definitely a feeling of the world, things turning in your favor at the moment with your Wheel of Fortune card here. So things really are looking forward. They're just a bit of a stick in the mud there with the Seven of Swords energy, which might cross you, but we'll get to that. Let's have a look. Okay, so why is the Wheel of Fortune here for Taurus, March 2019? Okay, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so if this is your energy, you're feeling a sense of status, a sense of abundance. Okay, you're feeling as though everything is good, right? And so you're coming from this position when you're making these decisions. So it's, again, I feel you're not escaping something, but moving towards something. Okay, and it's because you're feeling good, and you've experienced this abundance and you like it, and you want more, and perhaps you've even been praying and meditating for more, and it looks like the universe is ready to give it to you if you put some work in. But we do have the Seven of Swords here. Please clarify the Seven of Swords. We talked about the Seven of Swords. Someone may be untrustworthy. There may be an untrustworthy person or a deceptive person around you, or it could just be not taking full responsibility for what's going on. We'll have a look here. We did see that Devil card there, where this person that you're moving towards may not be the best thing for you, but there could be a lesson there. We'll have a look. Okay, so why is the Seven of Swords here for Taurus? And you have the Ace of Rods. Someone might be offering you a business opportunity, a sweet-talking, fast-talking salesperson, something like that. Even something like, a vacuum cleaner salesman coming to the door and trying to sell you a vacuum cleaner or something. They might not have your best interests at heart. So you've got this Seven of Swords here, and you can see he's sort of going to get what he wants and move away, and he's probably offering you this opportunity, or this business partnership, or one of those pyramid schemes or something, I'm feeling. So I would just be careful that you're not allowing yourself to be conned, especially if this is an online thing. Someone promising something that might sound too good to be true, but this person might be very persuasive, very attractive. So that's what I'll be saying there. But that's really, that doesn't feel like it's a major element of this reading. It's just something to be wary of. And we had here your conscious goal. Why is the Tower here? What does Taurus want to bring down? Wants to finish off something so they can start again afresh. Okay, that's what I'm feeling there. Why is the Tower card here for Taurus? Okay, you have the Lovers. Now the Lovers has come out reversed. I don't normally reverse my cards. The Lovers usually talks about a choice that needs to be made. It talks about respecting other people's independence. Okay, it talks about, well, yeah, I'm getting independence. It can be a card of the Lovers getting together, and this is in your in your conscious goal position. So perhaps you have been working towards bringing something down so you can move towards a new lover, a new love. But remember, this was reversed, okay? So I'm thinking that perhaps this new love or new lover that you have in mind, if this is for you, Taurus, might not be the healthiest thing for you. And it's starting to make a bit of sense now with the Devil card here and this deception that I saw and the. So anyway, look, there's just some perhaps cautionary words. That's what the card's telling me. The lovers did come out reversed, and I don't have reverse cards. So I'll read it as reversed because they've come out that way for a reason. Okay, especially because it's in the Tower position there. So you've brought about this Tower moment. Somehow something wasn't working for you or whatever, with a goal of perhaps a new love affair, and that Lover's card was reversed, saying, well, maybe this is not really all it seems to be. And it can also be about codependence. So when the Lover's card is upright, it's encouraging independence and respecting others' dependence. And so when it's reversed, I'm thinking perhaps that it's signifying there's some kind of codependence there. And remember, I talked about that with the Devil card as well. But it's still looking like things are moving in your favour. There's just lots of hurdles, it's like a minefield you're going through. Yeah, I feel like you're heading in the right direction. It's just like a lot of obstacles and things to watch out for. So in your unknown position, you have the Moon card here. The Moon card is your unknown influence. Please clarify the Moon card for Taurus for March. And Taurus, you have the King of Rods, clarifying the Moon card. So the King of Rods is generally a stable energy, can be quite fiery. They're at the top of their game as far as knowing their stuff. So it could be like a self-employed person, I'm feeling also, and I'm thinking this could be like a fire sign. So let's think of Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, and I don't usually push fire signs or push star signs too much, but I'm feeling that there's that kind of energy, and they're going to have an influence in getting you out of this deep, dark place or this stagnant place that you seem to have been in. And so you'll know who that is if it's, even if it's not an entirely honourable person. If this person's a bit of a player, even though I'm not feeling that much with the King of Rods, maybe you just have different goals. So things might work for a while for you, and it'll help get you out. It's like this person or this situation will be like a stepping stone to move you out of wherever you're at. That's what I'm feeling there. We'll have a look. So in your recent past, it looks like you had some stability and you've moved on from that. You've decided that was a bit boring for you, and you've got the Six of Swords here. Okay, so your Six of Swords, what are you moving to? Let's try and clarify that. You're approaching influence. You've got the Six of Swords energy. Please clarify the Six of Swords. And we have Queen of Rods. Okay, so more wands. Okay, the Queen of Wands is a generally pretty nice card. I'm feeling this is how you're feeling at the moment. You're feeling quite fiery, quite sexy. So whatever you're moving towards, or whoever you're moving towards, is giving you this feeling that you're like a new lusty kind of a feeling I'm getting. So maybe you've met someone and they're making you feel very confident and that you are in control and you are sexy and you are so many things that you haven't really seen yourself as being before. And it's not a bad feeling I'm getting from this. It's just a feeling that this feeling might not really be coming from within. It might be sort of external, but maybe that's not necessarily a bad thing, because it shows you a good way of being that you can start working on somehow. Let's have a look. Why is the devil card here? Please clarify the devil card for Taurus for March 2019. And we have the Seven of Swords again. Okay, so you've got the devil card here. Remember, this is in your immediate position, and I said that this could be some codependence happening here, and this is a Seven of Swords, clarifying that. So I'm thinking that you might be failing to take some responsibility for something. So remember, I talked about how this energy you're feeling could be external. Maybe you're relying on someone else, someone perhaps that you've just met fairly recently, and you're relying on them to give you all this feeling, these good feelings that you're having about yourself. So ask yourself, if this person was not there, would you still be feeling the same way? And if you're not, or if the answer is maybe no, or if you're not sure about that, then that could be something to work on. So again, I'm getting this feeling of codependence, and that's come through. Okay. Now, in your environment, you had this Eight of Wands. Okay, which that's what got me thinking that this might be an online situation. Someone you may have met online, and maybe they're a sweet talking person. They've got lots of nice words to say, quite charming with their language. And they're making you feel quite special, and you're feeling like you can open up to them, and because they're making you feel quite confident and good about yourself, then you quite like sharing yourself with this person in that intimate online kind of situation. Again, this is not a bad reading. It's just a few things to work on, and a few obstacles, a few bullets to dodge, and there might be some lessons being learned on the way here. But please clarify the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Wands for Taurus for March 2019. Just clarify the Eight of Wands there. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, okay, so this person is coming across as quite a stable person. Perhaps they're financially well off. They might be quite dashing and charming, and they appeal to you perhaps because they have, or they appear to have, those qualities that you're seeking: stability, financial security. It's not like they're a really fiery, sexy kind of a character. It's that they're offering you a feeling of longevity somehow. Okay, and so I'm feeling, and the Knight of Pentacles is an earth sign, so perhaps you're dealing with one of someone like that, and they really got you feeling that this is a long-term thing. Okay, because the Knight of Pentacles is like a long-term energy, so it could be a younger man. Usually I'm thinking about let's say under 45. He hasn't quite made the level of king yet, but again, knights are doers, so this is like a person of action, I'm feeling, and you're seeing that this person is going places on his horse, and there might be room on the back of that horse for you. Okay, now your hopes and fears. The Ace of Swords you have. So the Ace of Swords talks about cutting through, new starts, clear new beginning, no more messy stuff and like bits and pieces all over the place. It's a chance for you to tidy things up. You're feeling like this is a new start for you to tidy up your life somehow, to tidy up whatever it is that was sort of feeling a bit messy. Okay, so why is the Ace of Swords here? And that's clarified by Knight of Rods. Okay, so the Knight of Rods or the Knight of Wands is quite a charming, seductive, handsome kind of person, and perhaps you are hoping for this. You're hoping for this kind of energy as well. So that's perhaps what you're seeing in this. This is turning into like a love reading. I don't normally concentrate on love, but this looks like it's what it is. So perhaps you've decided to leave a current situation to move in or to move forward with someone who perhaps you've met online. But you don't really know everything about this person yet, and there may be a sort of a codependence on this person for how you feel about yourself. That's what I'm getting there. Please let me know in the comments if that's resonating for you, but you might not be ready to admit it to yourself. If it is resonating, you might just be still doubting that this is what's really going on. And again, it's not a negative thing. Even if this is just a lesson, like a stepping stone for you to move on from where you are now. And that's what this is feeling like. It's feeling like, as I said before, a stepping stone to get you out of where you are onto something else. And you might be taking a few hard knocks on the way. Okay. Now, the Eight of Pentacles is in your outcome position. So please clarify the Eight of Pentacles. What's the Eight of Pentacles here for Taurus? Okay. And you have the Five of Cups. Okay, so the Five of Cups can be a card of regret. It can be a card of sulking and sort of looking backwards at what you've lost rather than looking forwards at or turning around and seeing those two cups, which are full and in good nick, and moving on with that. So there could be some regret here, and you might need to do some work towards something. Okay, if it's not that, then it's just like when you do finally make this decision to move on, and I'm not actually feeling that this is an irreversible decision. When you do make the decision to move on, you're going to have to sort of make sure you do and turn around and see those two cups and try not to look back, because if you look back, then you're going to impact this new start, this new relationship that you could be having, and it might bring some toxicity in. And again, if this is about this codependence, which I keep mentioning here, then look, maybe it's just a learning experience for you. So not a negative reading. It looks like things are moving forward for you, and your luck is definitely improving somehow because you've made this start. But it looks like a long way to go, Taurus. Okay. Now, hopefully this is making sense for you. Please let me know if it has or if it hasn't, and like and subscribe, of course, if you would. And thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully talk to you in a couple of weeks.